Hey guys, assalamu alaikum. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about creating a roadmap for yourself. So some people are afraid of business plans. When you hear that, it sounds like a lot of work. You have all these different parts to it, right? Even though I think business plans are smart. But if that's too intimidating for you, just sit down and literally create yourself a roadmap. So kind of start from the ending, so to speak, so that you have the goal. What is it that you're ultimately trying to do? And then kind of dissect how you can get to that point. Because once you figure out how to get there, it's still going to be a lot of steps. So you're going to have to break that down even further to say, okay, where do I prioritize whatever step needs to come first, then after that, then after that. Because what's going to also happen along the way, you're probably going to get overwhelmed. You got other stuff going on in your life. At some point, you'll be thinking, is this something I even really want to do? Have I changed my mind? I'll be the first one to say I'm like a scatterbrainpreneur. You think of one thing and then you're like, oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. That looks good. That sounds good. Oh, I can do this. I can do that. And you're like all over the place. But if you have this roadmap or this plan, you're able to come back to that so that you can see, okay, what is it that I was trying to do and why? The more detailed it is for you, the better. Because you're going to have a lot of information in there. Why do you even want to do this thing in the first place? And I know you hear that a lot. What's your why? What's your why? But that is important because when all these things are popping into your head and you go back to that roadmap and you see why you were doing that, it will help you to recenter and refocus and get back on the path. The roadmap is there to lead you to where you want to be. You go on a trip out of town, you need your directions, right? You're not just going to go here and go there and, oh, I'll figure it out on the way. You're going to know before you leave what's going to happen to get me from A to B. You're going to follow that path so that you can get to where you're trying to go. This is the same thing in business. You need a roadmap. You need something that's going to keep you focused and that's going to keep you on that path to where you want to be, or you're never going to stay on it and you're never going to get to where you want to be. Because even when you're starting to hit a stride and you're like successful, there are steps after that to build on. That's one of the reasons why the business plan is so intricate, because once you get to, let's just say if you're a solopreneur, right? You get to the point where, let's say you have a social media business and you have maybe 5-6 clients, right? You're doing posts for all of these people. If you have your own business and you're a solopreneur, you're marketing your business. So you're doing your own social media. You might be writing blog posts. You might be doing podcasts and stuff to get more PR for your business, right? You're doing all of these things, but now you have all of these clients and you're also having to focus on what is their business strategy? What is their business voice? You have to create graphics and videos and all these things for them for however many platforms and multiply that by 5-6 people. So at some point you're growing. You're going to have to say, okay, what can I take off my plate? Can I have somebody else do my social media so that I can focus on doing my client work? And then at some point you might say, maybe I want to outsource, what's the word? I can't think of it right now, but where you outsource for other people to help you do the client work as well. So maybe even not all of it. Maybe if somebody wants you to do Pinterest or Facebook, Instagram, whatever, TikTok videos, maybe you have somebody else help with the video editing part, or maybe you have somebody do all the Pinterest graphics or something. You'll be having other people under that. So if that's in your roadmap, when you get to that point, you won't be lost. You'll be like, okay, I knew that from the second I hit 3 clients, I was going to have somebody do X, Y, and Z. So now I'm at 3 clients. This is what I need to implement so that you can continue to grow and continue to progress. And because there's a such thing as growing too fast. If you grow fast and you don't know what to do when you get to that point, you might start losing clients because you got 5 people whose social media you have to do. You may have forgotten to post for this person, or you didn't do this day for that person, or whatever. Now you're overwhelmed. Now you're losing money because you grew too fast. So before you even get to that point, or if you're already in your business, consider this now. What am I going to do when I get to this point? Or what point will I need, somebody else? When will I need an extra set of hands? Or when will I need to change my strategy? When will I need to have a wait list? Think of these things now. Again, that's the importance of the planning. Once you have your roadmap, you're just literally following it. So if on your roadmap it says, I get to this many clients, this is what happens, you're there in your plan. So now this is what needs to be done. So sit down and at least brainstorm what things are important. in the journey to get to where you need to go. And then even once you get to the growth part. And I don't remember, I feel like I did create one. I do so many things. I feel like I have one. If I do, I'll put it in the comments. And if I don't have one, I'll make one and put it in the comments. Just something so that you have at least a rough idea of some things that should be added, short-term goals, long-term, some strategizing ideas for your marketing, and like I said, the growth and all of that stuff. Just in case you are kind of intimidated by doing it because you don't know what should be in it. So you can find a business plan template anywhere. So inshallah, I'll have some sort of roadmap that you can just kind of outline and follow so that you have a rough idea of what it is that you're trying to do. But that was my tip for today. Create a roadmap, even if it's just for you. It doesn't have to be, you know, if you're not trying to get funding or anything like that, just something for you so that you have some direction in what it is that you're trying to do. All right, assalamu alaikum.